Good evening, and welcome back to Sacred Heart Church and our different way of being church and being a community of faith in these days of the coronavirus. We hope you're finding the reflections that we offer each night and reflections on the weekend to be helpful. Those little ways to touch base with some of the stirrings that might be going on in your heart as we experience this uniquely different kind of time of year. One of the things that I've found to be really commonplace is people having conversations all around the question of, why is this so different? You know, we've been through 9/11. A couple of years ago, we had these tornadoes in Southbury. We've all had individual things that have been difficult for us in one way or another. What makes this so different that leaves us with such a sense of tension or anxiety, concern or worry, questions about moving forward, all these things? Why is it so different? What I come up with is this. I think it's very clear to us that we are not in control. Now, I don't know about you if you're what they call a control freak. I can be a bit of a control freak every once in a while, but I think we all like to at least know what tomorrow's going to bring. Where is this going to be directed? But that's something that we don't appear to be able to do yet in the midst of this coronavirus situation. We don't know where it's going to go. There's no vaccine. We don't know how it's going to be healed. We don't know what the summertime's going to be like. So there's lots of questions in our minds. We're not in control. And that can be very disturbing the more of a control freak we might be. One time I was making a retreat, and it was a directed retreat, and so I would see the director once a day for 20 minutes conversation or whatever, and then the rest of the time was just in silence and prayer with God. And I can't even remember what the circumstances were, but we were in our conversation, and the director just stopped and looked at me and said, "You know, Joe, there's only one God, and it's not you." Well, that just kind of dramatically set a perspective for me. I can't even remember what was going on in my life or what I was praying about or even how old I was and when this all happened. But it was a great incident that has stayed with me over time. I think that's a reminder I know that I need, and I suspect all of us do. There's only one God, and it's not us. There's the one God that Jesus Christ reveals. The one God. Our faith in that one God, our relationship with that one God, is the center of what makes us a community of faith, what makes us Sacred Heart Parish. And if that is true, if there's only one God, and it's not me, and it's not you, that's a great reminder that we need God. That our relationship with God is not just, oh, God's my buddy, or God's my companion, or my partner, or Jesus is my co-pilot, as some of those bumper stickers say. No. It's something much more than that. The relationship is one of need. In the Beatitudes, the first Beatitude, translated most of the time as, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven," the New English Bible translates it this way. It says, "Blessed are those who know their need of God, for the kingdom of heaven is to be theirs." To know that I need God, that can be very humbling. And I don't, maybe you don't, slip into humility very easily. Now, humility has oftentimes had the reputation of being, if I'm humble, I need to put myself down. I don't appreciate myself. That's not what humility is. Humility is honesty. Is being honest about who I am, being honest about what life is about, being honest about who God is. And so when I acknowledge my need of God, while that can be humbling, if I recognize that my humility is being honest, I'm in a much better place, aren't I? I really understand who I am and how this relationship with God works best. And so maybe one of the great graces of this time, this unique experience, different than what we've ever experienced in other situations before, maybe one of the graces is that we come to understand what that first beatitude really meant. Blessed are those who know their need of God. The kingdom of heaven is theirs. Do you know that you need God these days? I do, because I can't figure any of it out. May we all be united in our belief in God and in God's love and faithfulness to us. And yes, also in the fact that we need him deeply to move beyond all of this. God bless you.